it's Amy. Welcome back. Very excited to join you again this week as usual. I am your insider guide as we do these weekly updates showing you how we're building Standing Pines Campground. Before we jump into today's topic, growing green, I want to remind everybody that reservations are now available for dates starting with our soft opening, which is October 15th this year, and all the way through the end of next year, 2025. Just head on over to our website, www.campstandingpines.com, to secure your spot and be among the first to experience the joy of discovering memories together at Standing Pines Resort. Now, we had originally planned for today's episode to really focus in with a guest speaker. We've been fortunate enough to work with a field agent from Clemson University, and he is simply awesome. I don't know anyone who knows more about the trees and plants and grasses in this area. Unfortunately, we had some scheduling conflicts, and so we were going to reschedule that segment. But don't worry, we'll have it on our show in about 6 weeks. And that's when we'll get a deep dive into all the fascinating flora that makes this area so special. That does also mean there will be another Feedback Friday coming soon that's focused on plants. So if there's anything you'd like to know about some of the native plants or trees, make sure to comment or ask or leave a thought in that next Feedback Friday that is focused on greenie, because that will be the clue that we have rescheduled, and TJ will join us to share his thoughts and do a bit of education. And it would be super cool to include some of the things that you guys talk about or share on that Feedback Friday, so we can really kind of target that segment, that episode a little bit to what you find interesting. Alrighty. I've heard from some of you that one of the best parts of these updates is the construction updates. So as usual, I was out in the field yesterday recording for this week's show. I'll go ahead and switch over to those, and we'll take a look at how it's looking at Standing Pines this week. Welcome from the future Standing Pines Welcome Center. Behind me you can see the public facing side of the Welcome Center along with our first sign. We will put up a larger sign there on the side of the building. This one is just for some early visitors that we have coming to check out some progress soon. But I wanted to give you guys just a little glimpse of this first sign before we go inside and check out the progress on the Welcome Center. Okay, but we're not quite going in the Welcome Center yet. Before we do that, let's take a look first at the current state of the pond. Hello again, everybody. Hello from yesterday, Monday the 13th. I'm doing the live updates in the field, and so today I wanted to show you the pond. We did have a fair good bit of rain last week, and we're still holding some water, so that's great. Unfortunately, and I'm going to transition here with the camera so you can see further up the pond, we're not holding water in the entire pond. So that means we are going to go ahead with a liner plan, and sometime in the next 2 weeks we'll select a liner and get that on the schedule. So the good news is the pond excavation has gone well. There is some additional excavation that needs to be done. However, probably the most critical thing, and I'm going to try and zoom in here, let's see if I can do that, is the installation of the primary stormwater pipe for drainage. So just in the distance, you can see the construction crew continuing to install underground utilities. The first underground utility that gets installed is actually the stormwater pipe drainage system. And so all of the pipes across the campground will tie back into this primary drainage pipe. When those are all connected, that will be the primary source of water for the pond. And so our pond will be primarily rainwater. We have looked at a couple of other possibilities, but at this point that really looks like it's going to be kind of the primary source of water. Common question we get about the pond is how deep. We are looking at a minimum of 4 feet deep and very likely can go up to 6 feet deep. If I pull back out here. Let's see if I can do that. You'll be able to see I'm on one side of a berm circling the perimeter of the pond, and with those berms added, we can go up to a depth of 6 feet, possibly more for the pond. So that's kind of where we are at the pond. The other frequent question is, do we plan to stock the pond with fish? And the answer to that is yes. Yes, we do. Okay, I'm going to take a break from now and record some other updates as we watch this cute bird fly over the pond. It was a cute bird. I enjoyed that. So let's see. I don't know if you can see, but we were just on the other side of the pond over here, if you can see my mouse, and we're going to head to the back part of the property next to do an update on the drain field. Hello everybody, it's Monday, May 13th, and I am standing here at the top of our drain field. And as I turn the camera here to show you, I'm really excited to share that this work is, for all intents and purposes, done, and our drain field is ready to go. We have the two large, each holding 10,000 gallons of fluid, tanks have been installed, tested, and approved. The dozens of drainage lines have been installed according to the engineered and permitted plan. And now we're at the point of just waiting to install the underground utility lines and network that will bring what we need up here to get clean. And I am told that this should be a very, very green field. So it's very exciting because we're looking forward to seeding this field actually probably in the next week or two. Unless something changed, this will be a field of white clover. It should be great for pollination, shallow roots, and really pretty for guests for walking trails around it. So speaking of walking trails, let's take just a moment's break and I'll be right back to show you the first example path of the hiking trails for Standing Pines. Okay, before I click play on that next video, I do need to do a disclaimer. This little path that I'm going to take you on, a very short walk, is part of what was originally a logging road on the property before we purchased it. We have used it in the 2 years we've had the property, just really to be able to go back and drive and take a look at things. So it is not in the best of condition, but it does give a good sense of kind of how big our trees are right now and the width of the paths that we plan to create in the forest for our guests to enjoy. We are leaving over 50 acres to grow naturally. Primarily what we have in our trees are these longleaf pines. And these are fairly young pines because prior to developing Standing Pines, this property had been used for commercial logging. And the last logging was somewhere 8 to 10 years ago. So all of our pine trees are fairly young, but they're growing, and we're looking forward to creating over a mile of hiking trails. We plan this area to be the start of 2 different hiking trails. One will go through mostly flat land, a little bit of up and down, just enough to be fun, but mostly flat in this direction. The second trail, for more experienced hikers or for those who want a little bit more challenge, will go off in this direction. And we have quite a lot of elevation change this direction. Okay, I'm going to cut that one off there. If anybody wants it, I did actually finish walking that path, and I'll happily post the full video. But I think the point there is that we do have kind of the plans laid out. We know about what the hiking trails will be like. We do have some more room or some more work to do to get those ready for guests when we open in October. That's a look at the trees and the growing greenery at Standing Pines. Let's see. Next, before I do the final little video clip for construction updates, I did want to share this floor plan for the Welcome Center. Y'all can kind of see the layout, so I'm not going to step through it. But this might be helpful to keep in mind as we do the little short video walkthrough here. of all of the different spaces that will be part of our Welcome Center. So we'll go ahead, and this is just a picture that I took the other night. We did not get any of the aurora lights here, but we did have a really pretty sunset, and I like the way the Welcome Center reflected on the pond water. So with that aside, let's go ahead and do a very quick walkthrough of construction on the Welcome Center. To our left, you can see this first door. That'll be a bathroom, because that's often the first place I look for after a long road trip. Right here, you can see the empty space. We'll build out the long bar and cabinets that will be the registration, and back towards this window, the snack bar. As we look back this way, we've got the space for indoor dining. Again, that's for 48 guests dining at a time. The camp store, and this side of that wall in the back will be the cold section, our freezers and our coolers for folks like me who may forget to bring groceries and want to grab something at the last minute. Inside the building and take a look at that. Let's see, right about there will be the pool. So if you're enjoying the doors for the first bathhouse, and we'll go ahead and open one of these and take a look at the inside space. So as we come in, you can see each bathroom is a private bathroom, not gender specific, whoever needs it. We've got the ADA compliant showers in the bathrooms. Okay, well, that was a very quick walkthrough of the Welcome Center. Y'all, I really love the way the Welcome Center layout is coming together. Granted, we've got months of work left to do there, but I think that's going to be a very exciting space for us to offer guests, and it's going to have so much for you in that one spot. And then right outside that spot, we'll have the pool and the mini golf and so many other things that I look forward to talking to you about in some future episodes. So that's kind of where we are in construction. We are on track. We've got some challenges and we've got a lot of work to do, but we are on track to open in October as scheduled. Now, I am not tempting Murphy or Murphy's Law when I say that, so we're going to keep working hard, but fingers crossed. Okay, so I did want to talk to you a little bit about our new Weird Wednesday contest. This is a celebration of the growing and creative Facebook community for Standing Pines. Each Wednesday, we'll post a photo, a construction photo, someplace, that we're building. It'll be for a planned feature or location in the resort, and it's up to you to guess what that'll be. For the first few weeks, I'll go back and use photos from some of the early episodes of Building Memories. So if anyone gets stumped, just go back to the early videos, and you'll see the photos there for these first few ones. In fact, this first one was this photo here, and you can see the post on Facebook. It was a super ton of fun. There were some very creative guesses that just made the whole team laugh. And we did get the correct answer guess. So I'll share some of those with you at the end of today's show. So stay tuned for another few minutes. The other new feature we've started on the Facebook group is Feedback Fridays. And I do want to take a moment to thank our amazing followers who shared their thoughts on Feedback Friday about their favorite trees and plants. Shout out to Laura. Hey, Laura, for the love for live oaks. I really do appreciate your willingness to share the beauty of the venue at Laura's farm. Your place is gorgeous. If anyone is looking for an amazing venue for a wedding, for a large party, or other event, check out Laura's fantastic farm. She has absolutely beautiful landscaping, including many gorgeous live oak. Trey gave another vote for live oak, so that's 2 for oaks, and he added palm trees as a campground favorite tree. That actually makes me curious to see if we can have them grow here near Hartsville, because palm trees near the pool might actually be a really cool touch. Honey had a great point. She's championing all shade trees except for pear trees, because evidently pear trees can be easily broken. I was perhaps just a little bit surprised that no one spoke up for pine trees. After all, we are Standing Pines. But perhaps we'll get more on pine trees in a future post. Going forward, I am going to try and tie the Feedback Friday post to the next week's Building Memories topics, so please don't be shy. Value your opinion, and we'll do our best to incorporate any suggestions and improvement ideas. Just comment, share, and contribute there on those Feedback Friday posts. You may well get a shout out here on the Standing weekly video updates, and we may very well use your suggestions as we continue to build out the resort. I did talk about this earlier in the program. I just want to let you know that Dr. TJ will be with us in a few weeks. And as an example of how Feedback Friday will tie into the Building Memories episodes, I'm going to ask him to give some tips and thoughts about live oaks, palms, and other shade trees, because I really appreciate people calling those out. And I'd like to get his thoughts on which trees would do well here at the campground. So again, as you're looking at these Feedback Friday posts, please share your thoughts, your questions, your comments. It'd be a great way to get your input as we keep going forward. All right, now this next one is simply for fun. Coming back to today's theme of growing green, we wanted to do one more look at the campground map. We wanted the road names to reflect the forest. The names for each road were chosen in honor of native wildlife, trees, and grasses. Splitbeard Lane is actually named after the splitbeard blue stem grass that grows in the region. In fact, after looking at some of those update videos I did yesterday, we may have some of that grass growing a little faster than we want it in different places right now. So I suspect this will be a fun clue in the planned nature scavenger hunt for younger guests once we open. Similarly, Conifer Lane celebrates the majestic evertree greens on the property. Needle Leaf Lane honors the distinctive foliage of the pine trees that give us our name. And we can't forget about Standing Pines Loop, which connects all the campground roads to the public entrance of the park. So while TJ was not able to join us today to talk to us really about the greenery and the local trees and grasses and plants, we put together a little something different for you with some fun facts about South Carolina pine trees. As we're enjoying this cute little video, I do want to share that all of the video and the photos in this are from trees here on the property at Standing Pines. It's been fun the last couple of years to watch these trees. They've hit the point where they're starting to grow very quickly. We're really looking forward to see what they do over the next several years. One thing our guests will probably see as they visit with us, we tend to have some really spectacular sunsets. We look forward to sharing those with guests. So look forward to welcoming TJ to a future episode and hope that Feedback Friday, which we'll do the Friday before he joins us, gets lots more questions and thoughts about different trees and plants, things you'd like to know about, and maybe that'll be a good source of some additional information for the future scavenger hunt. It's time to announce our winners! Okay, so this post will go live on Facebook tomorrow, but wanted to give a big shout out. Miss Gloria Moore was the correct guesser. That first photo was, in fact, for the future site of the dog parks. 2 dog parks, one for small dogs, one for larger dogs. And we'll do more on the dog parks next week. But congratulations, Gloria. You are awesome. Great guessing. My friend Maureen also guessed correctly, but she may have had just a little bit of insider information. And then Chrissy and Deborah, just awesome creativity. I hope that you enjoy your certificates. We had so much fun kind of putting those together for you. I can't really wait to post tomorrow's photo because I think that that's going to be a lot of fun for next week's challenge. So again, congratulations to our winners. So next week, we're going to shift the focus back to the dog park. As many of you know, we've been working closely with the local camping group to help bring a preview event together. So they're going to be working with us, and if all goes well, we should have some very new information on the dog park next week. In fact, this club is running a contest to help us name the dog park, and I anticipate sharing that name in an unveiling next week. So we'll have updates on construction and the dog park, our weekly We're Wednesday winners, and some feedback from Feedback Friday. So that's it for this episode's Building Memories. I hope you enjoyed the updates. If you found this video informative or entertaining, or maybe both, please share it with your friends and invite them to join us next week as we continue to document the journey of bringing Standing Pines Resort to life. Please like, share. It would be super helpful to get this out there further. And until I see you again, keep building those memories. Bye-bye.